confusing people sometimes, because we say they love us, but then after, guess what? After a while, they hurt us. They come at the altar and they say, yes, I promise you, I promise you, I promise. Later, they come in with broken hearts. Something's happened. What happened to that so-called love? And I'm going to explain today to you that the type of love is only chemical love. And we have confused chemical love as this actually means sexual love. It's all about sex. It's a sexual love. Then we have the stergo love, S-T-E-R-O, which this type of love in the Greek means friendship. Friendship. Between friends, there's a relationship. You love your friends, but you don't go to bed with your friends. Okay, so this is a friendship love. Friendship. And then you have the last one, which is agape love, which this speaks about divine, godly. What we read in Romans 5:8. This is that type of love. Okay. Now, I ask a question here. Which out of the 4 kinds of love is normal? Anybody can answer that? Discuss it. Which out of these 4 you think it's a normal love? I'm talking about kingdom life. Which one out of 4 is normal? Agape. Agape is my answer, really. Now, this kind of love, guess what? It's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal in the families. Good morning. It's not normal in a husband and wife relationship. It's not normal in parents and children. It's not normal. I mean, 46 years of ministry, I see a lot of divorces. And let me come first say that if my wife, first wife, loved me with agape, I still would be with her. So I waited 15 years. So this is what makes me think that it was something carnal, something chemical. At first, probably I appealed to her. After a while, I was no longer appealing to her. But also, what I did to her, that caused her not to stay with me. So I'm not guiltless. Not that I didn't kill anybody, no, but I'm normal. But this type of love, listen, this type of love causes people never to have a divorce. Never have a divorce. Because listen, why do you think this kind of love is not normal? Because this kind of love that forgives a person who's unfaithful toward you. If you know your husband, your wife is unfaithful, this kind of love is say, honey, come back. Only this type of love. Not the eros, not the philios, and not the stergo. None at all. Only agape love says, come back. I don't love you because you deserve to be loved. I love you with the love of Jesus in me. Now, this type of love cannot go back to a filial love. Because you don't want to go to bed with, I got a filial love with your brother. Hello? You cannot go back to bed with someone who you know is committing adultery to you. which is the eros love. So that's why we have so many breaks in a relationship. Because really the normal person will say, I'm not going to forgive you. Because they marry the person like they had a filial love. They probably had the eros, I love to have sex with him or her. Or they got married with friendship love. He's a good friend to me. But never thought about agape love. I'm marrying this guy, this woman. I don't care what he or she does to me. I will stay forever. Now, this lesson will teach us what does the word caring means. This will bring it all together. If you stick around with this class, next 2-3 weeks, we'll be able to explain to you why you can stay with someone forever. I'll explain to you because it's not hard. I mean, it's hard to stay together with a pain in the neck. Hello? Yes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Sorry if it sounds silly.
Go ahead.
What happens, and is there exceptions? I know that the answer is no, but what happens if there's an abusive spouse that chooses not to get help for being physically abusive, let alone verbally, emotionally abusive, and the violence is constant, it doesn't end? Now, is there then an okay to...
Let me answer from the scriptures. The question is, what happens if a woman or a man trying to work in marriage and it becomes physically, emotional, physically, and otherwise impossible? What do? Number one, we need to understand what Ephesians says, that a man never hated his own body. So how can I beat my wife if I love her? I never beat myself. Was that you become one, right? As husband and wife. The first element is that you try to get all the help you get, first of all, from the local church. Number one, don't go to the attorney. Never go to the attorney. Number two, then if the local pastor leads you, give you some counsel, get probably a professional marriage counselor. Then if that doesn't change, then that's when you need to break up until the man decides to get some help. But don't go run out and get married in like 6 months. That's what I would do. I don't think God ever expects you to stay in a relationship where you get the beatings emotionally or physically, or even financially. A man takes all your money and runs away. Then it brings another paycheck, takes your money and runs away. No, you need to be wise. But in the meantime, if these things are not in evidence, then you need to love your husband. Love him, love him, love him, love him, love her, until that love is returned into submission and love. Now, the only way that you can get back to a broken relationship is to get to the place where God was when Jesus went to the cross. This is called agape love. Agape. Jesus chose to forget. A spouse needs to forget. She needs to choose to forget. I know you committed sin. I know you had a so-and-so, but I love you with agape. So I'm choosing to forget what you have done. And this type of love is tough. I don't know how many people have done that, but some people have done that, but I don't know, the percentage is very low. Because we are in a culture where even being, let me tell you, let me open up to you, the way I can help you. And it's being publicized here, and what I'm telling you is the truth before the Almighty God. I went to agape counseling for my marriage. And I brought my Bible with me, and there she was waiting for me, and the agape counselor was there. And he said, well, since you're not getting along, you want to really start to separate. I said, I didn't come here to get separated. I came here to get help to get together. I said, and I told the gentleman, would you please get a Bible out and let's discuss what the Bible says. He didn't have a Bible in his office. No Bible in his office. The first thing he came to me and said, you need to break away. And by the way, he told me, we have a divorce class where you can get used to be divorced. That's why That's why in my class, in this church, we have a marriage class, not a divorce class. No, sir. Because I know a lot of people being divorced. It could be a big class, but that's not the purpose of this church. Our church is to bring people together and try, with the help of God, go back to the agape. Stay together to death. That's God's will. Man, woman, for life, till death do us part. There are situations, she asked a good question, and I hope I gave you the answer. Now, I want you to know that this is a tough love. Tough love. Agape love is, and let me say this, it's not in the world. You know that?
Yes, that's right.
It's missing now in the church as well. Are you there?
Yes.
It's also missing in the church. The average church, they have a divorce restoration classes. They've taken it on. And also, and it's very scarce in the bedroom. Agape love. It's very scarce, even in the bedroom. This type of love ignores all of other remedies. There's no other remedy but agape. Agape says, I take you the way you are. You have done wrong. You have hurt me. You have left me for someone else. But because I love you, the agape love, come on, I'm forgetting about it. And when you go to bed with a person, don't think about arrows. Because arrows say, she was with somebody else. No, and sometimes people, let me be very frank here. A lot of other couples' relationship, when they go to bed together, they don't have the type of God's will sexual relationship, because they think of what happened in the past. And there's no satisfaction. It was that God made sex to be beautiful. Not to be, come on, the worst part of the time with him is when this happens. It should not be that way. Never. It should be a time of pleasure when you relax, whatever happens in the bedroom. It's God's will. It's God's will. It just, you don't need to plan it. You love your person, whether it happens or not. But if it happens, it happens. It's the outcome. But there must be an idea that I love you just the way you are. Like this couple I told you in New York City. They're about my age now. And they have the best of marriage. Can marriage be had without having that? Yes. Now listen. May I say something strong today? Amen. If you are a believer and you cannot forgive your partner, then you need agape. You might have a filial, you might have eros, you might have a stergo, but you need agape. I'm telling you, whatever he or she has done, you need divine love. Amen. You don't find it among sinners or in the world, the type of relationship. Because people don't understand it. And it's tough to do it. Yes, crucify the flesh and say, for the sake of God's testimony, for the sake of my kids, for the sake of our future, yes, I'm going to forgive. That's how Christ forgave. That's agape love. That's why I believe a marriage can last forever till you die if you have the type of love. Only, listen, only agape makes permanent relationship possible. Are you there? Only agape makes permanent relationship possible. Let me also say this. It is only, and this is not only in marriage, also could be between sisters and brothers, children and parents. When you love with the love of God, you make a friend for life. You love that person as though you love yourself. And actually, when Jesus said love one another, it means to love the person like you love yourself. Therefore, you cannot experience God kind of marriage which is lasting until you understand agape. Are you with me? You can never understand when you see your wife or your husband, you say, wow, out of 5-6 billion people, he has chosen me to be his wife. Wow, he must put value on me. Here I am. You're all mine. And then when this happens, the husband says, wow, she's not reserved at all. She gave herself to me totally. This is how love, agape, grows in a relationship. Doesn't happen at the beginning. It takes time. It takes time. So you cannot experience God kind of marriage which is lasting until you understand agape, love. Okay, let me go now to same thing, but let me discuss this. Love is not emotions. Are you there? Are you there? What do I mean by that? Love is the will to love, whether you feel it or not. I mean, now you don't want to marry your sister. You don't want to marry your best friend because you have the filial love. You have the friendship love. But if you have an eros love, that's chemical. It changes every 5 seconds. Oh my goodness, I'll let him sex with her. Now, I'm very blunt today, okay? You don't mind? I'll let them sex with him. No, people do that. That's eros. And then you walk 2 steps, and then another one. Wow, I'm sex with her, sex with him. Don't go by that. That's eros. That's sexual love. And that's why a marriage could not last away. That's why I know people have been married for 93 times and still looking for the 94th. I'm telling you. Now, emotions are what? Chemicals, right? You deal with a lot of people, and it's all about chemicals. You want to have somebody, right now they're putting my sister to sleep every day. Chemicals. You think she's going to respond to anything? If she stops, if somebody will take care of her, and has the patience to deal with her, she could be a normal person. Just at times. Because they don't want to deal with her, they give her chemicals. So love is like that too. To satisfy their hunger, you do that. And then after you do it, what do they do that for? And statistics proves that most of the people, they have an extra fare, after they do it, they feel bad about it. Most of everyone, about 93%, has been a proven fact that say, I didn't want to do that, but I was attracted. Something arise into your chemistry. I'll explain to you in a moment. Now listen. Emotions are chemicals. When you feel for someone, listen, when you feel for someone, this is a chemical emotion, especially if you're married. Especially if you're married. The problem with chemical is that they change every 5 seconds in your body. They do. As a medical proven fact, that every 5 seconds, we have billions of them. They change. They change. They change. When you look with your eyes, there's a certain sensation. When you look at someone with your eyes, your wife can be next to you. Listen, us Christians, we've been washed in the blood.
Amen.
But the average person who goes New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve and Valentine's Day, go out dancing with friends, and they're with their wives, but they're not with their wives. Their eyes looking at somebody else. Listen, there's a sensation about the person. And you say, do I really love my wife? I think I love this one more. You don't love the person. Something has happened to you. Your chemistry is working with ugly chemicals that are arising in you. That's a body thing. That's not the will of God. You look with your eyes, there's a certain sensation that your brain causes you to have, and you respond chemically by saying, wow. Come on, guys.
Not thinking you're gonna say.
Wait a minute. I don't like that guy.
Really? I don't know if I say this word right. Do you know there's a word called adrenaline?
Adrenaline.
What?
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline. Okay. Let me, I don't know the term so well. I was reading in an article about this. What happens with the adrenaline, whatever you call it, kicks in your body, begins producing all your enzymes. Are you there? And you begin to feel, woo, excited. It's in that coffee that you're drinking. It's in the pills you're taking. It's a connection of the enzymes from you and the person, whoever that person may be. So your excitement you feel, it's not love. What is that? No, what's the word you use? Yeah, that's what it is. That's all it is. And you are interpreting the feeling as love when it's only, what's the word?
Adrenaline.
I want you to learn the word. And I'm trying to learn it. But I'm teaching you to know better. Yes.
I have a question, Pastor, in regards to that. What do you think that it is, for example, and I'm sure most of us here have been through this, when we first meet, and when we first start to have that whole adrenaline experience and that woo, why do you think that goes away in marriage?
Because because it's normal. That's normal in all of us. I tell you, I can bring 10 guys in this classroom today who don't have wives and are washing the blood. They'll fall for you like this. But after they fall in love with you, after an hour, they say, get out of my life. The thing is gone. That's all. That's why in marriage, I was telling you, counseling is important. We go for a license to drive a car because the government doesn't want you to destroy their roads or their signs. But yet, when we get a license for marriage, they give it to you in 20 seconds, provided you pay the money. That's why we don't have any classes on relationships and marriage and love. The classes you're getting today, and don't tell me this girl told us that we don't have a problem with our marriage. You heard me, you heard her Thursday. You don't understand, am I? What?
I understand.
Yeah. She said, I don't need, and they got all the problems in the world. It's normal to fight. It's not normal to fight. You have not found your place in a relationship. You don't have to, God never meant you to get together and fight. There's adjustments, I call it, but not fighting. If you constantly fight and fight, you better check exactly your position in your marriage. Don't say, I found the wrong guy. Chances are, I tell you, this was done as a study, that if you don't get along with one guy, you will not get along with a different guy. Because the problem is not the guy, the problem is you and that will, and whatever we call it. And that adrenaline. I have to learn next week, I promise you. I know I messed with the word. I just studied this a couple of days ago. So I want to be fresh. Relationship is powerful. When you learn, see, that's why I told you last week, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Lack of love. Love has got nothing to do. Nothing to do, love. All right, let's go. Now, if you fall in love, like Rochelle brought a beautiful example. Rochelle, you were important in the class. And Richard stayed with her. She's good for you. And you're good for her. You have a good balance there. Now, if you fall in love with someone because of excitement, when you look at another person, you will find the same experience, the same excitement. I promise you. And the third time, and the fourth time, let me ask you, what are you going to do with the first? If you already made a commitment. Divorce? And this is the problem today that we have in our world. Adultery. Let me talk about adultery. That leads unto that. People commit adultery. How does that happen, adultery? Why adultery takes place? Because of that. Many people commit adultery because they go to someone, they live with their wives with 3 children at home, they go with the boys out, having a beer, and they fellowship. Nothing wrong with having a beer as long as you stay within the confine of your relationship with your guys. And a girl passes by, and this girl probably has her mind screwed up, and she just wants an overnight pass. And she plays games with you, not because she loves you, because that thing comes out of her. And guess what she does? I need you. Stay in this class.
I'm not going anywhere.
You stay right here. See, that's why we are one body here. All help each other. So what happens that she causes him to rise the same thing in her and him. Wow, I never see anything like my wife. What happened? That left us. You know why the thing left you? Because you have 3 kids now. And she was this big. And she's not smells because she changes your kids' poops. Things change. Maturity, love, agape. That's what kicks in when you see something like this. Don't go by your emotions. Hello? Adultery, that's how adultery takes place. Because people confuse excitement, infatuation with agape, with true love. Your true love is at home. Amen. Because you're the one you committed to her. No such thing as love as people. See, we haven't misused the word. Because love is what? A choice. Love is a choice. Love, listen, let me give you a statement. I hope you write it down. Love is the response to understanding the value of a thing. You don't understand what I said? Love is the response to understanding the value of a thing. For example, when you love something, you put a certain amount of worth to it, right? Or attention to it. For example, if Ken went to the store and buys a $100,000 car, he better put some worth, some attention, because to him, that thing is worth $100,000. No? Right. But if you pay for that car $1, Karen, don't worry about it. There are rats inside. So what? There are roaches inside. Who cares? But every day, the $100,000 is going to wash it, put it in a garage, touch the wheels, make sure that inside the papers are organized. Because it's, see, I don't know what time was that. It's 10:25. We have to stop. But I want to continue this when I come back in 2 weeks. Alana will have a nice class for you next. Please, here's an exciting class by faith. You come, don't stay away. No. But listen to this. When you love something, and I'm going to close with this. When you love something or someone, you put a certain amount of worth to it. When you chose your spouse out of the rest of the world, the wife or the husband say, wow, out of so many people on earth, he chose me. I must be worth something. Are you there? We're going to take the offering now before we stop. Now, we're going to continue this when I come back. So please keep your notes down, and we are going to continue. This is going to get better and better. How many of you enjoying this? Well, some of you do. Some of you probably don't understand. You will. You will. This class is not for people who are having bad marriages. This class is for people who want a better marriage. Amen. Your marriage is not what it ought to be. It should be better. Amen. Give me a head count.
My purse for like 2 weeks, and I keep forgetting to give it to you.
Okay. Hello, honey. Hello there. What? Come in.
You don't want another espresso, do you?
Yeah, give me one more. No, why? Because take this with you if you don't mind. Yeah, because what it does, I want to be energetic today.
Okay.
I want to be energetic with the Word of God too.
Did you want these back? There's 2 left over.
Yeah, give it to me. I'll give it to you next week. Yeah, I'll put him next week. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, thanks.